Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Go check out my website at skysworld.com for life coaching and mentoring. It's Friday evening. Let's philosophize a little bit. Let's talk about success, how to reach our goals, how to become a successful person. You got to put in work. You got to have a plan. You got to be diligent and productive, driven, disciplined. But a lot of goal acquisition is just mental. And there's a certain level of faith in it. You have to believe in success. Believe it's possible. Believe it's possible for you. Truly believe it's attainable. And this may mean that you have to switch your mindset around a little bit. Some people are brainwashed, whether it be by their parents or because of their conditions, because of their own failures or their own negativity and weaknesses. There's a lot of reasons why people can become brainwashed. You can brainwash yourself through your own negative narrative that you run. That narrative could be fed to you by society, by your family, by church, by all kinds of organizations, by your school, by your stupid knuckleheaded friends, by your own trauma. But you could be keeping yourself in the mud when you should be cleaning off. You know, there's that old saying, a pig that's been dirty too long doesn't know what it means to be clean anymore. And there's people like that, where they've been down so long, they don't really know what up is. What's that song? That's a line in a Jim Morrison song, The Doors. I love The Doors. Jim Morrison was great. He says, I've been down so goddamn long, this feels like up to me. That's a good song. I forget what the name of that song is, and there's two versions. You should listen to the alternate version, not the album version. But you can be down so long where you just really don't know what success looks like. And that mentality in itself can keep you down. The wrong mindset can keep you from your goals. There used to be an old bit that you would see, like a comedy skit, that you would see in old movies. Laurel and Hardy. It might be in a Popeye cartoon. It was done multiple times in Hollywood in various formats. And it typically was a guy that was walking down the street in a windstorm, and his hat blows off of his head because of the wind. So he skips forward a little bit to go and grab it off the ground, and every time that he grabs it, he inadvertently kicks with his own foot, kicks the hat forward into the wind again to tumble forward down the street, and he has to go and chase it. And every time he goes to grab it, he accidentally kicks it forward. It's like self-sabotage. You can be your own worst enemy and sabotaging yourself out of your success with these narratives that you tell yourself of, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, people like me don't go places in life, I'm not from the right side of town, people on this side of town don't go nowhere, people in my family don't go anywhere, no one in my family is smart, no one in my family's ever gone to college, no one in my family's ever started a business or gotten rich or been great. And you tell yourself these things to justify your laziness, to justify your weakness, your hurt, your sadness, your guilt, your shame. At the very least, you just justify the laziness. It's hard to rise above. Not very many people can do it. They say pull yourself up by your own bootstraps, and you try to think about what does that even mean. And you can put some boots on and go sit on the ground and try to actually pull yourself up by your bootstraps. And it doesn't really work. It's kind of hard to do. You figure, oh, the American dream, yeah, it's just a fucking dream and you're asleep. What was it? That's George Carlin. He said that. You're asleep if you fucking believe it. But nonetheless, there's people that make it. My grandfather was one of them. My grandfather started picking up trash on the side of the road with his buddy out of their pickup truck. Any kind of thing that would, this was back in the 1940s, anything that would fall on the side of the road in Virginia, down near Richmond, him and his buddy would pick it up. And his buddy had a piece of property that he had inherited that they could use to just put the stuff. So if it was a tire, they'd go put a tire. A bumper, they'd go put a bumper. License plate, they'd go put the license plate. Cans, they'd go put the cans. Anything that they could find on the side of the road. Long story short, 40, maybe 50 years later, my grandfather sold his recycling company, shut it down. And he became quite successful from that, raised 5 daughters, bought a nice house, traveled the world, put all his kids through college, even helped me out. And you say, oh, well, that's just one scenario, and good for him, you know, whatever. But if he can do it, you can do it. There is opportunity for people that want it, and it's a mindset. That wanting it is a mindset. And you could say, I want it, but I just can't get it. Well, that's the mindset that's stopping you. Because I want it and I can get it. And if you say, no, you can't, no one's ever done it, I say, I'll be the first. Watch me. And I've done that before. And it pisses people off. And they watch me get the job that they wanted, and I have no real resume. I have no experience. I just got their dream job. And all I have to do is ask for it. They're busy over there kicking rocks, their head down and their hands in their pockets, saying, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough. I come up and say, hey, I might not be good enough, but I'll give it a shot. Give me a job. I dare you. I'll be the best damn employee you've ever seen. Next thing you know, I'm walking off with that job. There's a lot that you can do in this world, but you may have to clean yourself off like that pig. Remind yourself what it's like to be successful. Even if you have to fake it, they say fake it till you make it. Muhammad Ali had never been champion before, but he walked around as a loser, losing fights, telling himself he's the greatest fighter in the world, the greatest fighter that ever existed, and people laugh at him. This idiot. And it was, what? It was an exaggeration. You say, well, it must have been a lie. Maybe it was, until it was true. Because he ended up becoming the greatest fighter in the world, the greatest fighter who ever lived. And he kept training and training and training until he was bloodied and broken with that mindset of, I'm the greatest that's ever lived. So clean yourself off every single day from the blood that Babylon leaves you stained with. Let all the water pass under the bridge from yesterday. Every day is just about that battle for the day. If you can win today's battle, you can go to bed at peace. If you're lucky enough to wake up tomorrow, you just do the same thing all over again tomorrow. But the entire time that you're going through your motions of your program, your mind, body, and soul program, which may feel monotonous, you can know that you're making a positive investment towards your future every single day. that you're keeping your soul clean. You're cleansing yourself, figuratively and literally, every single day. People look at you and say, what makes you think you deserve to be successful? And you can look back at them and say, everything, motherfucker. Everything makes me think I deserve this because I put in work every single fucking day. If I don't deserve it, nobody does. It's food for thought.